to come to you today, but it's been a busy, busy day writing statements so that people who've assaulted me actually get a nice big fat witness statement from me. So that's what I've been doing today. So that's why I'm a little bit late, because they are massive things just to talk about some pillock who decided that assaulting a woman is something that he's allowed to do. But anyway, I digress. While I wait for you, why don't we have a little bit of this?
Then potentially we'll be looking at getting Wiltshire Police to come and arrest you so they can come and interview them.
This lady here will be arrested in a minute if she doesn't give me her details.
I'm not going to. Because we're in a public space.
Have you got enough? Have you got her details?
I have.
But if this lady's refusing her details, she's going to have to get arrested.
Do you know who's
What
about my stuff?
Excuse me.
All right, you don't need to hold me. Can I just say that's my stuff?
You're under arrest. Okay.
But that's my stuff over there. Am I not entitled to take it?
Your arrest is that I can't give you the details. I can't obtain your details.
Right.
So for that reason, you will be arrested.
And I'm not allowed to take my belongings. I've got a leash.
And do you know why else we're going to win? Why? Because I never lose!
Hi. Anyway, good evening. How the devil are you? It's so late. I'm so hot. Let me introduce you to my new friend. This is, can you see that? This is black. This is black on black. This is my own design from an amalgamation of a few things. And I commissioned this. So this is unique to us. And I'm going to show you where you can link to it if you so desire. Well, no, I'm not, because it's not worked. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to try it again now while I'm actually talking to you, because I can multitask, not that well, but you know, we can pretend together. We can identify as somebody who can actually do this. I don't know what you're doing. Honestly, everything updates all the time, and then just as I learn how to do something, it introduces something new. And it's very irritating, so do bear with. Anyway, this is black gloss on a black t-shirt, and it just, in the flesh, it's so much nicer. And yay, okay, I think I can do it. So I'm going to, there we go, there it is. It looks so good. So this is like a black, very gloss with female. And it just, especially in the sun, it just catches the light. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about these wonderful things that I make and design. And we make most of our items here in Wiltshire. And I just want to say why I think they're important. And I was thinking about this today. I was thinking, like, what happens tomorrow if this whole thing finishes and we win and no more children are being abused and mutilated and sterilized and told they're born in the wrong body. We're not teaching it at school anymore. Women have their rights. I mean, look, this is a dream, right? But it's basically impossible considering all the damage that's been done. So how what is it that I'm doing? And I think, well, actually, when we have under no, let me rephrase before I say something terrible. When we have won this particular war, this incarnation of the war on women, when we've won this particular war, there may well be a few years where we're allowed to be proud to be women again. And then we can all wear this without fear, and it will be just a beautiful item. And I think they're pretty lovely. However, I talked a lot about what happens when you wear reaction wear and the reactions that you get and how you feel and what you become part of when you wear these clothes, which if you haven't bought anything, if you haven't invested in this particular thing, you might not know what I'm talking about. It may seem like a really bad, like cheesy sales pitch. It may seem like I should have just done this. Like it may seem like I should have just done my famous old test card and done the whole sales pitch. But let me say, they are well made. They are beautiful. They look great. They wash well. All those things. And yes, you do feel included. And yes, you can start conversations. But why? What else? What else does it do? Because these items, this stuff that we do here, it's pretty unique, right? In that they are beautiful things to wear. We've even got tanks, and there are plenty in the American store too. They are pretty unique in that they're not an overt activist t-shirt. Like if you're wearing female, somebody that doesn't know just doesn't know. They don't know what you're wearing. They just think you're wearing a nice top. If you're wearing a diamante woman top, they don't know necessarily that you are wearing something to make a point. They may start a conversation with you. We don't know, but they can be a standalone nice piece of clothing. But what we do here, which I feel is totally unique. Somebody said my sound is weird. Is my sound weird? Let's have a look. Is my sound weird? Let me just see. I'm just going to make sure it's going. Just make sure it's going through the right place. I think that's better. Sorry about that, people. Okay. All right. Maybe it's not coming through the mic, I've been told, but I think it's right now because I think I've done it. Okay, so that's all covered, right?
Was the last time that you felt free?
Is that better? Oh my God. I think oh my God, even my hair's going flat because it's so hot in this room. Okay, I think, are we all right? Are we right? Are we right? Okay, great. So anyway, so you lovely people, you can wear this, but what we do here, what I do, is I stretch that little bit of money. When you buy this t-shirt, what you fund is me standing outside of a pool where Leah Thomas is swimming against Riley Gaines, saying to a man directly, don't come into women's spaces, and making a viral moment. Like without you buying t-shirts, without you doing stickers, without you wearing little turfy badges, without you wearing little turfy badges, without you wearing little enamel pins, without you purchasing these amazing t-shirts, I don't make it to Atlanta to tell that bloke that he needs to stay out of women's toilets. Without you wearing your t-shirts, I don't make it to outside of that pool saying to that person who asked me if I'm a biologist, I'm not a vet, but I know what a dog is. Without your t-shirts, there's no billboard. There would never have been a billboard. Without the billboard that you funded, there would never be a moment when India Willoughby and I are sat on this morning, around this morning table with me telling him that if he's in a woman's space, it's no longer a woman's space. Like that, literally, like not indirectly, but directly. When you be the billboard, it's incredible because you feel good, you create conversations, you form like a coherent message for other people to interpret. You then also offer solidarity to another woman who might see you wearing it. So all of those things are great. And also you get to fund this campaign. And I think without that funding, I don't make a film in America. I don't tour Australia. We don't bring out the weird things that happened in Australia. Nobody gets to see it. Nobody talks about it. Their press would still be quite silent. I don't want to over egg this particular pudding, but what we did in Australia through you amazing people wanting to be the billboard, especially this one. I mean, it is just crazily lovely. But you people wanting to be the billboard, right? Happy to be the billboard, happy to stick stickers somewhere, to wear a little pin, to take pens. And if you haven't looked at pens on my website recently, oh my God, I've got so many colors. But using these pens at work, grabbing yourself a mug. If you didn't do that, could we have gone to Australia and provoked the most extraordinary state interference into us speaking? And I say that absolutely fundamentally, 100% believing that it was state interference. I don't believe it was just a coincidence. I believe that there were people in positions of power who were totally served by the events in Australia, both in Melbourne and Tasmania. Without you amazing people wanting to be the billboard, wanting to create conversations, I don't get to go to New Zealand. Like, New Zealand is you. That's what happened. All your goodwill, all your needing to be part of this campaign, all of your faith into in what this campaign stands for, which I think is, I mean, Andrew Neil the other day talked about frontline. I don't think unless you've got into the mix that you're really on the front line, right? I think we're on the front line. I think women that come to Let Women Speak are definitely on the front line. That's what Be the Billboard is. Be the Billboard is not just about you walking around being the billboard. It is enabling other women to speak. There is no Let Women Speak if you aren't purchasing the t-shirts and the stickers and you aren't joining in. There is no Let Women Speak, because it's absolutely impossible for me now to do anything without about £2,500 a month worth of security, like as a minimum. So that's what this is. I want everyone to understand this is not just buying an activist this is not buying a t-shirt that makes you feel good, that gives a bit of a FU to trans activists. That's not what this is. It's not that. It's not I'm not just a designer. This is a really accurate, very targeted campaign. It's not an accident. The things that I've achieved is not by accident at all. It's totally by design. It's knowing that actually, James Max isn't inviting me on a program to trip himself up spectacularly because I don't have any public presence. And my public presence is only possible because of the support of you lot by being the billboard, by wearing this merchandise. So I think it's really sometimes worth reminding you that this is the campaign. The campaign isn't public policy. We're not doing that. I mean, when the party comes, when the party of women comes, that is when we make a political difference. And the only reason the party of women can even come, the only reason the lovely Keir Starmer, right, decided that he would come out and say adult female, it's not just a coincidence. I don't believe for a moment it's because of the activism of women in the party. I just don't think they've made a difference. I mean, maybe that's unkind and uncharitable, but I don't think it's that at all. I think it's you guys, actually. I think it's you purchasing Be the Billboard. I think it's the fact that we honed in on Keir Starmer, that he knows those questions are coming. And this is the atmosphere that we create with those little viral moments, with consistently consistently since I've been public about this, consistently since I've been on the television talking about this, I have never, ever couched my language. Never. When I said to the news anchor on when she was interviewing myself and Mr. Harrop, you know, she said, "What have you got against trans women?" And I said, "Well, I just don't think they're women." I mean, I'm not saying I'm the first ever to say it, but it felt like I was the first to say it. It felt like that was a watershed moment. I kind of thought maybe it would be over then. So this is what it is. This is what this is. Let women speak. It's not a build. It's not saying, "Hey, everyone, come and listen to these women that you've heard of." It's not that. No special guests. Certainly no special guests that don't really seem like they ever do anything tangible. No special guests. I was asked recently, "Hey, where's your venue?" We don't have a venue. We have to rely on let women speak. We have to have security. We speak in the open. We genuinely facilitate a grassroots organization for women to speak. This is unlike anything else. This is not. I sometimes feel like some women have looked in and said, "Well, I want to be in the history books." It feels like some people are trying to create their moment. That's not what this is. And I think everybody knows it, which is why it feels a little more genuine. It just is. It really is. Everybody that comes who wants to speak at Let Women Speak is enabled. And the only reason Natalie, in the wheelchair, who's a victim of domestic violence, the only reason she could come to Let Women Speak, right, is because you facilitated it, because you participated in funding through merch. That's why. You helped this. The only reason we can listen to women who have children who are nonverbal, who come to Let Women Speak and give their testimony and break your heart, is because you fund this. And the reason we have to do Let Women Speak in public is because venues will not allow us. I mean, I think it's really telling that there are a lot of people who do have events, whether it's free speech, whether it's certain sort of politics around. I am not allowed a venue. I am not allowed a venue because of the things that I say. And the things that I say are the things that we all say. I'm just the only person that seems to be able to say it without pause on TV. So anyway, look, this is the latest favorite thing that we make here at Standing for Women and the Adult Human Female Store. And every purchase means that another woman can take the microphone and tell her story. And that's what we facilitate. There'll be plenty more viral moments. There'll be plenty more times where I go right into the belly of the beast. I'm going to New Zealand. I've booked my ticket. I've got a couple of security firms actually offering at great expense to protect me while I'm in the country. So that's something else. But that can only happen if you fund it by purchasing merchandise. I mean, look, I'm not going to be upset if you want to make a few £1,000s in donations. That won't upset me at all. But we are changing the world. Look, we went to New Zealand, didn't even get to speak. But the fact that we went there, oh my God, we woke up that country. And because we woke up that country, we woke up loads of other people. Because of that, I then went on the Megyn Kelly show. And I changed Megyn Kelly's mind. And now she speaks so wonderfully about this issue. So every time that you participate in this funding of this campaign, which I think is far more likely than any other, quite frankly, to change the minds of everyday people, normal people, people that have jobs, people that have jobs that they don't particularly like, people that have worries about their mortgage, people like me and you. They're the people that we reach. And they are the people that are most impacted by this. And they are also the people who have the least powerful voices. And so I thank you all. Please keep funding what we do. I mean, my God, look at that. I mean, even if, well, I can't even finish that sentence because it's just so divine. Okay, look, it's been absolutely lovely to talk to you this evening. It's teal. What's this? Is this the the other hoodie is going in tomorrow. So sorry. Look, if you can continue to keep speaking the truth, starting conversations with people, wearing this merchandise, and for you larger ladies, I've been looking quite closely at a t-shirt that is both fit for a woman but also fit for a larger woman. And I have found some, but the larger sizes are actually sold out at the moment. But you are always on my mind, and also women that like t-shirts with longer sleeves. You are always on my mind. I do spend at least a couple of hours a week looking to see if we can facilitate your needs when it comes to your wear, because I do think it's every woman's right to actually participate in this, be the billboard. So you are constantly on my mind. Anyway, if if you can keep, oh God, I'm so hot. If you can keep in mind the truth, even when you are expected to lie, then I promise we will win. And do you know why else we're going to win? Because I never lose.